This is a VC2 presentation.
VCX proudly presents Talk of the Town.
Everybody's searching for the American dream. Everybody wants to be on a winning team. So you lay it on the line and you give it a try. Go for it all until the day you die. 'Cause the world is changing and there's no use complaining. Just get on with life. Love and the pursuit of life. Love, go on and touch the sky. Life, love and the pursuit of every fantasy. Every liberty. Every ecstasy. Everybody's searching for the ultimate high. They're looking for the answers to the how and the why. Following the feelings deep inside their heart. Life is much too short, it's time to start. 'Cause the world is changing and there's no use complaining. Just get on with life. Love and the pursuit of life. Love, go on and touch the sky. Life, love and the pursuit of every fantasy. Every liberty. Every ecstasy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, direct from the beautiful Imperial Palace Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada, VCX proudly presents Talk of the Town, starring the lovely and talented J.P. Morgan, with guest star Pat Cooper, Linda Blair, the unknown comic, Samantha Fox, and special guest star Whip Taylor. And here she is, the Talk of the Town herself, Miss J.P. Morgan.
You know, where this belongs, Jesse. Thank you, you made my heart pound. Hi, and welcome to Talk of the Town, the most adult show on television. Oh, it's going to shock you, turn you on, turn you off, but it will make you think and see and experience. Won't it? Just say yes. Okay, you'll see and hear things on this show that will surprise you, shock you, maybe a little bit. So kick back, brush away those conservative cobwebs, and you won't want to miss one word of our next guest, our first guest, as a matter of fact, our resident rebel, Mr. Pat Cooper. Yay! Where's Pat? There's a new handsome. Come on and sit down.
Martha,
How are you doing?
I don't know. I was in the back getting late.
Hey, nice going.
Not really.
Once in a lifetime,
I was
huh?
hoping I was in the back getting late. You let me
Well, did you see all those beautiful women? Aren't they
Gorgeous.
great looking?
Gorgeous.
Sensation, yes. Good dancers.
When
We
I
love
was
it.
younger, there must have been a bad crop of girls.
You think so?
But I think when you get older, everything looks more pretty at the end. Then you know, because you know in your heart you can't do nothing.
Oh,
What am I
that's
going
not
to do?
true.
You know, I go to old school. You know what old school is? You go to a school where people are 90 years old. This way you feel younger.
But you're not old. How old are you?
I'm 52.
I think that's young, don't you?
52?
Please, don't say 52 is old.
I'm 52 and I'm getting a heart off. It's over. Forget about it. My ship didn't sink, it sunk.
It did not. I've heard a lot of stories about you.
No,
You're
you
very-
never heard one story about me. I'm very quiet, very reserved. A lot of whips and chains, but in different parts of the country.
Are you into S&M?
Yes, I go to Utah for the Meatloaf Festival. Then I get hit with a couple of chains and whips, and then I go back to my dad.
Did you ever dress up in drag?
No. When I was a kid, my mother one time dressed me up, and it was the most ridiculous thing in the world. And ever since then, I resented it, because I thought my mom wanted a daughter. Then I realized she had 3 of them, but she dressed them up as guys. Now my older sister's name is Toto.
never were into, I mean, a lot of comedians like to dress up in women's clothes and act like they're women.
Well, Milton Berle likes to be dressed up. I think he's a better broad than he is a guy.
Well, he's gay, isn't he? Milton is gay.
Is he really?
He is tonight. But you've never done that, huh?
I come from an Italian neighborhood, darling. You don't dress up in ladies' clothes or you get hurt.
That's right, very serious.
What we do in Italian, they have a lot of tattoos on your tongue. And it says, eat that Joe's, eat that Joe's, eat that Joe's.
That's pretty.
Oh, really?
It's a nice tongue.
Thank you.
But you're from an Italian neighborhood. There are beautiful Italian women. How can you say they weren't as pretty when you were younger?
Well, Italian women are pretty, gorgeous, like other ethnic group, but Italian women are tough.
They are?
Italian women, and when I say tough, I don't mean masculine tough.
Right.
I mean feminine tough.
Strong.
Hey, Anthony, you're going to make it tonight or what? That kind of tough.
That's true.
And when you have made it with a woman of Italian distraction, you better move. You
Yes.
didn't turn around and discuss. It was forget about it. It was jumping, tearing, biting, then a little macaroni, a side order, then jumping, tearing, biting again, a little macaroni, and then a side order, then you hump the macaroni, a mustarcelli on the rocks.
That's an Italian woman, huh?
Mustarcelli. It's a macaroni. When you didn't like the wife you married to, you made it with the macaroni. Well, what the hell? People at those whips and chains and donkeys lately, what is wrong with macaroni, right?
Yes, I
You get a semolina fit.
No, but in your opinion, you've been with a lot of women, haven't you?
No,
You haven't?
no. I'm 52 years old. I'm married 20 years. I was married once before. That one was a little, didn't work out, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
When you marry Angelo, those things never work out.
He's tough.
Well, he wanted to cook all the time, and then he wanted to lead, and I couldn't handle that. So I'm happily married now, and I was never what you call a woman's
A womanizer.
man. I was never that, hey, Pat, hey, let's go here. I was always the guy that, the brother. They all wanted me to be their brother,
Right. A one-woman man?
Well, I think so, yeah. Actually two. But I think I'm a one-woman. Well, I'm happy with one. I can't handle.
Right. So you never played around a lot, huh?
I played around, but I got turned down.
Oh.
I got turned down being water boy in a ball team. So what the hell's the difference, But you got to know your strengths and weaknesses. My strengths was not sex.
It isn't?
No. And my weakness is not sex. I'm just laying there waiting to pass on and go someplace else. But at least you got to be on. How many men you know come on and say, hey, JP, how you be? Look, at size you up. They're all thinking to jump in your pants, and meanwhile, forget about it. Ain't nobody getting to you. You may come on that way sometimes, very open. Ain't nobody getting to you or some of the great, say, the porno stars. You don't get to these people.
Right, that's
See, you
true.
got your thing, you know who you are, and that's it. You like to play with carburetors. I know your stuff.
I do. How
You
did
made the
know that?
centerfold of popular mechanics. Tell me no.
I did, with a spark plug. Our next guest. No, our guests on this show are people you know and love. But I don't think you've ever seen them or heard them quite in this way. I mean, they can say whatever they want to. So come with us into a world of fashion, taboos, the forbidden and the unknown. Sounds good so far, huh?
Sounds like my house.
Speaking of unknown, ladies and gentlemen, a very good friend of mine, the unknown comic.
Holy God, is he here? Where is he? Where is he? Holy God almighty.
I never know what to do.
Look at this. Look at this.
Boy, she's been wanting to jump in a sack with me for a long time now. All right, folks, I always like to start out by handing out some autographed 8x10 pictures of myself. Here we go. Also got some pictures of me as a baby. All right, here we go. I'm telling you, I just flew in from Los Angeles. What a bummer. I got airsick and nobody knew. And I got us staying here at the Imperial Palace. What a weird hotel. I called the desk clerk, told him I got a leak in my sink. He said, go ahead. Folks, let's get started. What do you call an abortion in Czechoslovakia? A canceled check. All right, where do you get virgin wool? From ugly sheep. All right, what'd the elephant say to the naked man? How do you breathe through that thing? Okay, what did Captain Hook die of? Jock itch. Oh. All right, much better now. All right, what do you call male prostitutes in England? Peter Sellers. Okay, what do you call a girl who can suck a tennis ball to a tennis racket? Darling. All right, what's brown and sits on a piano stool? Beethoven's Last Movement. Hey, why do farts smell? So deaf people can enjoy them too. So that's where this crowd is at. I got 14 more jokes written on the inside of this bag. All right, what do you call a nurse with dirt on her knees? The head nurse. All right, why does a dog lick his balls? Because he can. All right, why is pubic hair curly? So it doesn't poke your eyes out. All right, what do you... Don't make me laugh, I spit in my face. All right, what do you call 100 cows masturbating? Beef stroganoff. All right, we're going now. All right, I got a joke for you that's gonna make your boobies fall off. Well, you already heard it. Oh, she's pissed now. Hey, don't worry, I can make your boobies seem larger. I have small hands. Yeah, you know what turns my stomach? Tits on my back, yo. You know why they spell sex S-E-X? Because you can't spell who. Let's take a look at this crowd. Oh, she wants me now. Yeah. All right, it's time now for a change of pace. That's right, it's time now for a little ventriloquism. Hey, what's your name, Sadsack? Hey, Sadsack, you do any impressions? Are you kidding? Ruff, 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 ruff. Hey, what was that? A doggy bag. Hey, you got any jokes for these folks? Yeah, how do you make an Eskimo family stick together? I don't know how, with igloo. Doesn't look like they're too crazy about your jokes, sad sack. The little sucker gets pissed, don't he? I know you're saying, does the unknown comic do any magic? What, does a snake have an ass? I don't know. Of course I do. I want you all now to notice an empty bag. I'm going to take this white handkerchief. I'm going to place it into the empty bag. It's going. It's gone. I am now going to take this black handkerchief and place it into the empty bag with the white handkerchief. I am now going to blow some magic potion into the bag. Say the magic words, Abbott Kazan, Laney Kazan. Ladies and gentlemen, the black handkerchief is now white. The white one is now black. Speaking of magic, I picked up this girl hitchhiking the other day who told me she was a magician. Well, I didn't believe her, but she put her hand on my leg and I turned into a motel. Oh, I know you're saying, does the unknown comic do any impressions? What, does a snake shit close to the ground? Of course I do. I'd like to start off with a quick impression of the first man to land on the sun. Oh, shit. Another impression, one of the guests on this show from the movie The Exorcist, Miss Linda Blair. All right, time to do my impression of myself. There you go. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. All right.
Thank you. Good looking crowd. Thank you. Boy, I can't believe you're all buying this bag crap anyway. It wasn't my first idea. I first tried it with a plastic bag, but I kept blacking out after the first joke. Then I tried a vacuum cleaner bag, but that sucked. Life is weird. I'm over 30 now, starting to get this roll on my stomach. Nice buns, huh? Now, my underwear is tight, too. See? All right. It's time now
now for a brief pause. Come on, folks, I don't need this job. I do have a paper route. No, I used to be a diesel fitter, and that was a lot of fun. Oh, I know you're all saying, what's a diesel fitter? I worked in a pantyhose factory, and they'd pass them down to me, and I go, diesel fitter. Well, before that, I used to breed horses, and then I got a girlfriend. All right, it's time now for a little music. You ready, guys? All right, here we go. No, really. Shit. Oh, fuck, I said shit. Oh, shit, I said fuck. All right. It's a good-looking crowd. Oh, before we go any further, folks, I have to introduce somebody in the audience, if you don't mind. What is your name? No, I was kidding about the boobies, too. Okay. Oh, you coming along? Come on. What is your name? Deanna. Such a cute voice. Imagine her drowning. Help. I'm drowning. Blub, blub, blub. You're cute, too. Young thing. Do you know what virgins dream about? I didn't think so. Okay. Hey, just checking her out for later, okay? It's a bummer for girls. I mean, once they lose that thing, it is a bitch trying to get it back again. They'll figure away in the future, though. Transplants. Of course, the tough part will be finding a donor. Oh, look, a checkered jacket. I didn't know Purina made clothes. I'm just kidding, sir. That's a nice outfit, too. You are a big sucker, too. Looks like you could kick the shit out of me. It's lucky I'm into that. What is your name, sir?
David.
No, seriously, what is it? Do you like me, David?
What you have in mind?
Oh, gross me out to the max. B-I-T-C-H. Now, look at his nipples are hard as a rock. Look at his... He does like me. Oh, wait, mine are, too? I guess I like you, too, David. Call me Friday. We'll pick out furniture, okay? See, I live in Hollywood, California now, and let's face it, you meet some kinky people in Hollywood. I picked up a girl hitchhiking the other day who was actually into whips and chains. Just lucky I had some of my glove compartment. I spent the night with her, too. She wanted to make love 14 times, which was no problem for me. Because I've got a lot of friends, so I just, You laugh, boy. If I had a penny for every girl I've made love to, boy, today I could buy myself some gum. But there's some kinky girls in this city, though. I was with one the other night, kept asking me to hurt her. So I told her dog was dead. All right, folks, you've been terrific. I'm going to go sit down here in the panel now. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the most unusual ventriloquist acts in the business. All right, hello.
You wish you could do that.
I can't do that. Have you seen my poster?
Yes, where is it? Did you bring it
out?
out?
There it is, right over there.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
We've got...
that's a great poster, by
This
the
is
way.
the best.
Oh, you're not
It's
gonna show
great.
that.
I am, too.
Okay.
This is
Can
the
I help
best
you?
I've
Come
ever-
here. Let me roll it with you.
Okay.
This way. Okay, please. Is that the greatest?
I personally think you could have used a smaller bag, but... No,
Hey, I had to fold it in half to get it in there. Are you kidding? Oh, come on. I used to be a stuntman in porno films.
You did?
Well, yeah. Well, I only had a small part, though, yeah. I did America's first bicentennial porno film. Yank My Doodle. It's a dandy.
Did you ever do a porno film, really?
Well, I did one for Walt Disney called Chitty Chitty Gang Bang.
Are they making a sequel?
No. In fact, I went to my first porno movie about a month. It was a month ago. It was like the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Finally left after about 8 hours. No, well, I left because the screen was irritating my nose.
And your tongue.
And my tongue. JP! Yeah.
Sorry.
Ah, it's so good to be here.
It's good to see you, too. I haven't seen you since the Gong Bong.
Since the Gong Bong.
Yeah.
Or that night in Ohio, the pay toilet. Remember I was crawling under, you were crawling under, we hit heads.
And we spent a wonderful night together that night with the lizard suit. You had the lizard suit,
Yes.
and I had the velvet handcuffs,
That's
and
right.
the cream cheese and the bowling ball. And you didn't walk for 4 days. Remember that?
And Bosco.
Yeah, and Bosco. I forgot that little guy
Just
was
a
there.
little
Yeah,
bottle of Bosco.
Look at that outfit you got on, too.
You think it's too much?
No, where are the
not
batteries?
enough.
No.
Well, this came from under my arms.
Let me tease your hair.
Are you doing a show in town? Are you just visiting?
I'm just visiting. No, I'm just visiting. I came down here to do a few things. You know, I live here part of the time.
You do? I didn't know you
Oh,
moved
yeah,
here.
yeah. I have a house here. So I live here part of the time. I live in L.A. I've been working on a few various projects. A cable show I just got involved with and wrote myself, which we did recently.
Nice going.
Yeah, it'll be called The Unknown Comedy Show, believe it or not. Is that a clever title for it?
Dynamic.
Thank you. And I've been working clubs around the country. So basically, I've just been coasting along and having a real good time.
You worked Reno too, right? And
Yeah, I've worked
And
Reno, Tahoe.
What the hell happened? The secret word is Reno. I don't believe it.
I like a musical interlude. Is somebody coming in?
That's the funniest march in the fucking world.
Where did it come from?
I don't know what happened over here. See, that's what happens when you have a show like this here. Everything just goes. You'll hit the toilet in about 5 minutes. Somebody pull a chain.
Somebody else drank out of that glass.
Yes.
They have, and they're a carrier. I just wanted to know. There's a little grease to the...
What is this?
No, it's just plain water.
Plain
Plain
water.
water.
Here, I'll throw it in your face.
I love when she dominates. So excited.
Have you seen Chuck Barris lately?
Chuck Barris?
I didn't say that. Barris?
No, I said kiddingly. Chuck Barris. No, I haven't seen him in a while. You people remember Chuck Barris from the old Gong Show?
Gong show, yeah.
That's where JP and I first met also.
I'm so sorry about
I know
that.
you are.
I've
You'll get
never
over it
liked you.
eventually.
I've
No,
always hated your little guts, and I
I
told
hear
you
he's living in
backstage.
New York now.
He's writing a book.
Writing a book?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a coincidence. Oh, not again. Number!
What the fuck is going on? Oh, Rip Taylor. Holy
Welcome. Hello, baby. Are you doing something to me? I'm exhausted. Well, you're exhausted. Come right up here.
Hold it. Folks, they wanted me to say shit, and I don't do that. I swear to I take it, but I don't do it. I'm very serious. You love this?
And you've lost so much weight, haven't you?
Serious, hold this. You hear me at all?
Here, I'll go someplace in white.
Stay right here. You don't know if I can get tonight, because I'm right now.
Okay.
Will the owner of the 1982 convertible Cadillac with the zebra skin back seat please report to the parking lot? A donkey's screwing your car. That's one. 80 more to go. Thank God told me. People couldn't make it today to say hello to you on your show. Dolly Parton could. She tripped and pole vaulted over City Hall. Ann Miller fell down and broke her ass. Her hair, I'm sorry. Don't go away. This gets better. Liberace had an impacted sequin. Want to make baby? And George Burns couldn't come because something came up. That's two. I got 80 more. Have patience. I joined the nudist camp. They put me in the children's section. Is this the regular crap? No. Sarah Lee, it's 10 o'clock. You know where your buns are? You bastards. Anyway. I shouldn't cuss. My tongue rejects the words. My sister was so fat she had stretch marks on her car. Here, save that for your ass.
I will.
I was so seasick, the captain had to heave, too. Oh, nothing. Don't go away. There's 18 more. Uncle Ben, you're a credit to your rice. Now, here's something here.
Here, get that. You'll...
You take it. Take it. Take it. There's a new black perfume that's all the rage now called Eau de Dudade. You get that, Blackie? I don't want to own the bastard. Now, wait a minute. My uncle died in the bus station. He had terminal illness. Now, listen to me for a second. Oh, you want it. Get your own act, lady. What do you call a girl with one right arm and one right leg? Eileen. Oh, Rusty Warren. Here now. Uh-huh. I crossed an elephant with the fly and got a zipper that never forgets. Little bitch, give me that back. Get your own goddamn show. Get over there. Woman's tits are falling out of her ass. I'm sorry. I don't know how to cuss. You're getting me nervous. Virgins are like Chryslers. They're few and far between. What do you call the father of prostitution? Pop-Tart. Uncle died playing the crossword puzzle. Buried him 6 down, 3 across.
Here.
Screw you. That's a funny joke. I named a Jewish holiday after my sex life called Passover. Okay. I think sex at 65 is a wonderful thing, but if you need it that badly, for God's sake, pull off the highway. But the new gay pope couldn't decide if God was divine or just fabulous. Here's the last one. Now, please, no applause. Look, you want this joke, don't you? I'm going to smack you in a minute. Everything's spick and span the Puerto Rican comedy team. Now, pay attention here. The guy got a job as a lifeguard at Malibu. You know what I'm saying? First day of the job, he's a nervous wreck. He gets the girl out of the water, puts her on the ground, gives her mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. He's breathing in her mouth like that. And he gets nervous. And he works further down her body. He's now into the chin. He's into the neck. He's onto the titties. He's now down to the chin. He's now down to the navel. His boss walks in and says, "What in God's name are you doing?" He says, "Did you smell her breath?" Thank you very much. I'm not doing it now. Oh, shut up. Let's have a little hand in my nervous wreck. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, you're the winner of this one. Mark.
Hello. I can dream, can I?
You don't want to take any chances, huh?
Oh, gosh.
You know everybody, don't you?
Yeah, you were wonderful, Murray.
Yeah, you're
Patty,
terrific,
you're marvelous.
too. Both out of your-
I haven't seen you since the Copacabana. Remember that? My first job there, and I followed you that first week. You were marvelous and still are. Murray
Well,
was
so
funny.
are
He's
you.
funny.
I love this jewelry.
Thank you. I didn't
You
do a
have
thing
a
to get it.
fortune.
Liberace threw up on my tits.
You have a fortune on there, haven't you?
We have this, and also silver. We have this. Who died?
My dog.
I met a girl at the bar with a huge wide on for about it. Well, they said to be gross.
Well, you were.
Look at you, filth.
Okay, my next guest.
Linda
is
Lovelace called The Donkey Died.
Oh, dear. My next guest is
I didn't hear that one. Repeat it.
The
brilliant.
donkey died. Linda Lovelace called The Donkey Died. Not Linda Blair, that angel.
My next guest is a delightful and brilliant actress who, at a very early age, at the very early age of 15, as a matter of fact, starred in what is now a classic motion picture. It was called The Exorcist. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Ms. Linda Blair. She's great.
Come on now, let's give it nice. Linda Blair. her feel happy. Throw up
Come on over and sit down. You know Rick,
here
don't
is,
you?
I'll put this here.
Welcome to the show. Hi. Hi. We know a lot about you from newspapers. A lot of the rags like to write about you, controversial things about your life. They like to dig into the private corners. How do you feel about that? Are you a little bit?
What's hard is that the press is always like to watch every step I take, everything I do, and if I do anything wrong or so-called wrong, they take it and really drag it through the mud and say, oh, it's because of all the movies she's done. She's really a bad girl and this and that. And I'm not. But they, you know, until people know me, they don't know me.
Is it because you started so young and they're all trying to protect you, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hi.
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 You are high.
Murray used to, what did you about to use to stiffen glue? What
No, I tried LSD one time.
Oh, yeah?
Had no effect on me whatsoever. Well, one time, the next morning, I woke up on the inside of my waterbed.
Okay.
I call my wife's waterbed the Dead Sea.
I don't like them. I always have dry dreams.
Hello.
Don't even listen to
Say
them.
goodnight, Grace.
Good night.
Okay.
Hi.
Leave her alone.
She's a brilliant little actress.
Oh, the best.
No, she
yes.
really is.
Everything
She's
you've done is so
Thank
right
you.
on the money.
And
Every
professional,
time.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, but we were talking about you do get a lot of hard knocks.
Yeah,
And you
I
get
do.
a lot of raps that as far as I'm concerned, don't quite fit because I only met you for the first time last night, but from the beginning there was no bullshit. You know.
No, I'm a straight, open person, and that, I think, half the time is what has got me into trouble, because I was always honest and said exactly what, you know, they asked me a question, and I'd answer it.
Right.
And they just took the ball and ran and just turned it around on me, and so I just sounded like I had a very exciting life.
Was it only with the press? That's when anybody says anything about me, I'm so glad.
You're fired.
Hello. But we were also talking about about management and agents and stuff like that who really run your life for you, right?
Yeah, I just signed with manager Jay Bernstein,
Oh,
which
he's
I'm very
great.
excited about
Yeah.
that. But it's weird. I've never had anybody control what I do. I've always said, yes, I want to do it, or no, I don't. And now it's where somebody else is there and says, you will do this, or no, you cannot do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wait a minute. Whoa.
Well, now, if you want a sugar daddy, I've got diabetes.
Okay.
In all those pictures, they were controversial pictures.
Yeah.
Alcoholism, you know, and the Exorcist, and all that. Did it affect you in any way? I mean, were you...
More of the press is
More,
what
yeah.
affected it. They said that I had a nervous breakdown. They said this, they said that, and I said, wow, did I do all that?
Yeah.
No, so none of the roles have ever affected me, because when I work, you go out, you do your thing, you learn your lines at night, you get up in the morning, you're tired, and you go to work, and you just go on and you do them. But that doesn't mean take it home with you. And I think a lot of people get that mixed up, and they think that you take it home with you, and you are that, because I portray somebody in jail, do it, an alcoholic, do this and that. They think, wow, she must know all about those things. I don't.
Yeah.
I observe people, I watch people, and you learn.
Research, sure.
That's all.
I learned. I joined the sperm bank today.
Yeah.
I made 7 deposits and I petered out. I'm exhausted.
Oh, yes, thank you.
A little security blanket.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's it.
I had an Uncle Joe who was smart. He donated his sperm to the Harvard Medical Center and wrote it off as sending his kids to college.
Take that, Joe Brady.
Write it down. Why are you so far away from us?
I want to see this pretty girl.
Oh, you're quite right.
The unknown and the
All of a sudden, doesn't matter, right?
No matter. I want to see this fucking girl. Look at this thing. Hello, Anthony. I move over here. No, I was trying to see the young lady. What does she look like? It's terrible. Look at this guy's beat all
You
goddamn
can
day.
do whatever you want to.
It's like a ham hock and drag.
You can sit on it. You're at it again, aren't you?
Yes. Yes. But I met her last night, too, and she really created history in movies because of that movie she was in with all of that acting. And ask her what it's like to do that. How
Well,
many
you ask
takes?
her. You're sitting right next
How
to
many
her.
how many takes was it to do all that with your head and the act? How did you get the part? Every 15-year-old girl could have done it. Did you fool around to get the part, or did they found you in a little school or something?
I started early. I'm fooling around. No,
You were
I
a
started when I
6-year-old
was 6.
actress, right?
I started
What was
when I was
that?
6.
What was that line that you said in the movie that your mother's something in
Sex,
hell?
cocks, and hell.
That's
Hey! This is the big one.
No, this is the... Never mind.
Oh, that
I
was
didn't
wonderful. Thank you. I
know.
needed that.
Isn't there one scene in that picture that has never been on television? No, not just one.
Well, they
but
couldn't.
weren't you saying something last night about...
Born Innocent.
Born
the rape
Innocent.
scene was
The rape
taken
scene,
out.
right.
It caused a lot of commotion.
Oh, with the broom thing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about all the pictures, that everything I do is so controversial. And like with Born Innocent and the rape scene that was in it, a girl gets raped by other girls. And people just, they couldn't believe it. But what we were saying was, this does happen. Open your eyes.
yes.
Notice it. Don't keep putting these girls away in these homes that don't deserve it.
Where?
But, so that's that.
That's the way to end it, right there. That's that. I'm finished. That's it. What else is new? Next.
Just to keep it going.
Keep it going, gang.
No, that's how... Well, but there is a copy of that floating around someplace, right?
Somewhere. We can't even get a copy of it. If they took it out, it won't be seen on TV again. But I think they're going to put it off on video. And then the scene will be
cable,
back in.
yeah, right.
Sure, it caused a lot of commotion. People
But it's
wanna see
wonderful. Everything you've done, there's always a big
Commotion.
story connected with it. I
Yeah.
love that.
But I think that's good. I mean, that way people watch. If I was the girl next door all the time and did just that,
Forget it.
people wouldn't watch. I do things about real life. And like,
So does Rick.
hi.
Hi, people don't watch this either. Hello. That's it.
That's his right knee, that's his left knee, and that's his weenie.
Hello.
Yeah.
My pillow.
Here. Let's talk.
Don't put that between your legs.
Everybody else has.
Dreaming?
Hi.
Dreaming again, Will?
Hi.
Why are you saying... Why are you treating...
I'm just watching this thing.
Why are
It's
you
great.
treating our guest like she was just a little girl? She's 23 years old.
She is 23.
She's a young
We first met when she was about 15, right?
Yeah, Murray and I have known.
We've
This
known
is
each
a
other a
great
long
story. I knew Murray 8 years ago, and through mutual friends, and we were good friends.
Real good friend.
Oh, please.
Oh, no, not that good friend. Well, almost.
But anyway, here he was, the unknown comic, coming out doing all these impressions of the head spin around this, and I'm laughing, going, who is this guy? And then somebody told me about 2 years ago that it was Murray, and I died. I mean, an old friend doing it, and I didn't know it was
That
him.
was so mean of you to do that.
Well, a lot of people, when I first started that character, I didn't tell any of my friends, because what happened is I used to own a club. That's when I first knew Linda, and Linda used to come around the club, a restaurant, actually. It was a restaurant place where we, had food and booze, and had a good time. I specialized in bankruptcy at the club and
won.
succeeded very well, yeah. And so that's when the Unknown Comic came about, and I didn't want anybody to know I was the Unknown Comic.
Why?
Because I was embarrassed
You
to have
should
any.
be.
No, at first I was embarrassed till I started seeing money coming in the bag,
yes.
and I started making money. And I said, "Hey, this ain't bad at all." But when I first started, I used to be an actor before that. I was a comedy actor, and when the bag came about, because I had no work, and I got on the Gong Show, and so that was an easy way to disguise myself.
Ask him why he took the bag off his head.
Why did you take the bag off your head?
To put a rubber on.
Oh, I'm sorry, Linda.
Become the unknown fuck.
The unknown what?
Fuck.
It's going under my toupee, I swear.
I'd like to see that.
I'm not the real Unknown Comic anyway. We're franchised all over the country. There's 300 of us.
That's what everybody used to ask on the Gong Show, though, was about you.
Yeah,
I told them that you were dreary.
I guess I was for a while. Things
I'm
were
glad you
picked
took
up.
up. The first time I ever saw your act was here, when you took the bag up, because you
Here?
never did it.
You've never
Not
seen me?
in this room, this moment.
Oh, at the
At the
Sahara, when I
Sahara.
worked in the lounge at the Sahara for a couple of years. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. We used to have so much fun
Did
there.
you do a show? Did you work together?
No.
Oh, you just knew
we're
each
just
other's
friends.
We were just
Go down
mutual
there,
friends,
he had
yeah.
comedians and stuff down there, and or as amateur, like in entertainment, people could
Right.
get up and sing and stuff.
Oh,
It's like Ozzie and Harriet, this goddamn show all of a sudden, right?
Yes.
And that was when
Okay, hi, Mary.
that was when The Exorcist was really at its peak too, and she used to love going up to people and going.
I did not.
You did so. Did. She's so immature. Did.
Stop it.
In your movie of The Exorcist, you spend a lot of time in nightgowns, right? They're nothing like the ones you're going to see here today. So you and the ladies,
Nightgowns
but
here?
especially the men, right tonight on the show, are going to enjoy the fashions that we have put
Bring 'em
together
on.
for our show.
Bring 'em on.
And these beautiful creations of lingerie and swimwear are from the Midnight Lace Boutique in the Fashion Show Mall in Las Vegas. And now here she is, Treasure Ford. Treasure Ford. Treasure. See how beautiful you look. Welcome to the show. You want to describe that little number you're wearing?
Well, this is by Claire Haddad out of Canada, just to prove that the Canadians are very sexy. Yes. Right. And I have a little bunny rabbit, and this is for Rippy. This is directly from Phil Ford, my brother.
Oh, yeah.
He thought you should have a bunny because bunnies like to do it.
Now, wait, I'm going to give it to her. She and I are going to do it.
The rabbit died.
Oh.
You have some great fashions for us today, huh?
Oh, yes, just gorgeous. Wonderful girls. So let's bring on the girls. Come on,
Bring
everybody.
'em on, the girls.
I could feel that skinny.
Our first model is adorable Lois. She is wearing a little sleep teddy romper style designed by Hanky Panky. If that isn't a name for a lingerie line, Hanky Panky. She's wearing the Great Chicken Ranch slippers. You notice, Rippy? Yeah. And she's wearing a marvelous hat individually designed for us at Midnight Lace. Our second model is Carmen. Here's our gorgeous redhead Carmen in an apricot sleep teddy and that adorable ruffled jacket. Isn't that something? Let's hear it for Carmen. Yay! And here is Darlene, introducing our terrific collection of swimwear. This design is by an Israeli designer new on the scene, and as far as swimwear is concerned, Gideon Oberson. Is that gorgeous? Darlene. And from Sabbath Row in New York, here is Cindy in this beautiful camisole and tap pants.
What a great outfit.
I don't know who designed the skin, but it's great, isn't it? Isn't that gorgeous? And here is, let me see who's next. Here's Renee. Renee in candlelight, sleep teddy, and cover by Fanny out of Beverly Hills, California. Again, she's wearing one of our great hats that are individually designed for us by a wonderful girl, Patty Glidden. Let's hear it for Renee. Here is Glenda in another one of our swimwear suits. This is by Ariel. The top is pure silk from the Far East, and another one of our great hats. Isn't that pretty?
You can swim in that suit?
I don't think you can. And here is Ken, wearing celestial silk out of New York.
I have one of those with me.
That gorgeous camisole and tap patty and cover up. Isn't she gorgeous? You're beautiful. And here is Desiree. Desiree is in a gorgeous little sleep teddy by Trashy.
Beautiful.
That very flashy line of lingerie out of Beverly Hills.
Aloha.
Isn't she pretty?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And here is Pam. Here's Pam Stewart. She's wearing a pure silk lavender gown. This is by Sabbath Row, also out of New York. Cover up by Lucy Ann. The Chicken Ranch slippers again. You can't
They're
get away
hard
from
to walk
them.
in, too, aren't they?
And another one of our great hats. Isn't that pretty?
Beautiful.
Beautiful color.
Great color.
And here is our little cutie pride, Quiche. And Quiche is wearing a marvelous little tap
mean
pant.
Lorraine?
Yes. Yes, darling. Isn't that cute?
Oh, I get it.
A tap pant and camisole. This is by Sabbath Row again from New York. And a little cover-up by Fanny out of Beverly Hills. Attaboy. here is Dawn. She's wearing a pure silk sleep teddy, although I don't think you'll sleep much in that. Right, Rippy? Look. Look. Isn't that lovely? Sleep teddy and that cover-up by Sabbath Row. Lovely long lace cover-up. That's Dawn. All right? And here is Mrs. Oh, I forgot. She won a wonderful award for photography. Tamara. And Tamara's wearing our pure silk teddy. This is from Sabbath Row in New York. And the wonderful hat designed for us again at Midnight Lace.
Oh, the hats are so
Aren't those
great.
lovely? Incidentally, those hats are put together by Penny France that owns our shop. And here comes Yvonne. Yvonne in another great Gideon Oberson swimsuit. This is the Israeli designer, a diamond-shaped pattern.
And we
Isn't
all
that
look
lovely?
so good
There's
in those.
Yvonne. Whoa! Let's hear it for Yvonne. That's great.
All right.
And here is the epitome of what Midnight Lace is all about. This is Sonia, our gorgeous Sonia, in A Merry Widow by Darling Body. And isn't that a darling body? Yes, they do, isn't it? And this lace cover-up is by Bob Mackey that designs for a lot of the people in show business. That is Sonia. Sonia. We do have a little motto at Midnight Lace. We always close our shows with this motto. And I'd like to dedicate this particular motto to our great manager of the shop, Jimmy Lou, who couldn't be here this afternoon. She put the show together. And our motto is, girls, let's keep those men in the bedroom. Let's get them there and keep them there. Yeah! Yay!
And my motto is... Okay. My motto is constipation means never having to give a shit.
Oh, watch out.
Never pushed a horse up a hill with a rope is my
You can get all of those fashions at your shop.
At Midnight Lace, and that's up in the fashion show, right next to Neiman Marcus here.
But
in
you
Las
have to be a
Vegas.
little pencil to wear those things. I'm sorry. Those girls are absolutely great
Hey,
looking,
I
aren't
got
they?
a little meat on meat, Jay.
And you wear them? Well, you've got...
You know, I'm into something anyway.
Yes. I like to see a little flesh anyway. little hangout here. How many of you have ever been to an X-rated movie? Let's see hands. Hands. Oh, how disgusting. None of you.
all been, what are you kidding? All been for an X-rated movie.
Well, and now. And how many of you won't admit it? Okay, well, we'll just go on then. Well, my next guest is a very beautiful and very foxy lady. A two-time winner of the New York Film Critics Best Actress Award for performances in adult motion pictures, Miss Samantha Fox. And she does. Oh, no. Come on, let's hear some energy out there. Yay! Samantha. More applause. Hello, Samantha. Welcome to the show.
How you doing?
Oh, great. Come on, sit down. Well, okay. We found out a few things about you yesterday because even though we know about the films and everything, you have worked some of the sleaziest places in the world, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
And you do your nightclub act, which is a strip show,
That's
right?
correct.
And you will tell us about some of the
What
places.
is it like to be a stripper? Okay.
Well, not exactly, but yeah.
Something like that. Well, you take it off,
Mhm.
preferably slowly. And I think men like to be teased.
Mhm. Well,
Tell me, is that true?
I think you're right.
I was kidding. Using her hand. Now, come on. I'm sorry.
No, what kind of nightclub act do you do? Just a
Strip.
strip?
Okay,
You do
I
jokes
do-
and stuff?
Yeah.
While I'm
Does your
stripping, I
joke.
joke. you
Really?
know. I show them my body, and they all laugh.
Oh, no.
It's a 20-minute thing. I put the music together. I have a cabaret act, sort of like Liza Minnelli. It's just
Will
that I
you
take my
sing?
clothes off. No.
Oh, you don't sing in the but you are a singer, right?
I made my debut here last month over at the Sahara
Oh, at the Sahara as a singer.
as a singer.
And how did it go?
I don't know. I haven't had any job offers in that area yet.
Poorly.
When you do your act, though, do you have all the dark lights that kept getting darker and you can't see a darn thing?
Well, usually you walk into the club and there is set lighting, like here, except
Yeah.
where it's already dimly lighted. And they just leave it like that for the whole show.
But you haven't got any warts or anything to hide. Some of the ones I've seen when I was starting
Me
out.
too, a few stretches.
Older people.
A stretch marks.
Stretchies.
It's just the cellulite.
Go to Cleveland, some of those things.
Don't say
Hey.
Cleveland. That's my next job.
Oh, you'll love it.
Where are you
No.
working in Cleveland? What
I'm
club are you
going
playing?
to, what's it called again? The New Era.
The New Era.
Oh, I went-
You've all heard of
The
it,
dump.
right?
I worked in Cleveland. It was a lesbian club called Butch Cassidy's, and they had a pool table there with no balls. Tough place.
Do you ever get men in the audience who heckle you like
Of course
Murray?
I do. Sure.
No, Murray. You don't ever get hecklers?
Oh, I always get hecklers.
Oh, what are some of the
I
things they
stuff
do?
my stockings in their mouth usually.
You do?
No, I have to take my stuff off, so
I
I
gotta
have
try that sometime.
How many layers do you have on when you undress?
to... Okay, I have a G-string.
Right.
I'll start from the bottom.
Okay.
Work my way up. I have pasties. Then
Those
I
are
have
the little things that fit
little
on the nipples.
things.
You have
To
tassels
cover,
that
to
go
cover
around?
the little things.
Can you
Yeah, I
twirl?
can do that. I can make...
Show us
one more-
here.
No, well, I don't have the tassels on.
Oh, well, I'll go up. Can you how you tassel it?
Make it tassel. Okay, you have the pasties, the G-string,
Yeah, then I
and...
have a bra and underpants breakaway set.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes a camisole, like the ones the girls were modeling.
Right.
And they're all Velcro, so they go shh. And then it's all there for you to see.
And she's so pretty, too.
And then I have, well, depending on the act, if it's the cabaret act, I have a top hat, I have a tux.
Oh, you do two
jacket.
different acts.
Oh, I have 15 different acts with music to accompany it. I
Do
have,
they tell a story? Like Lily St. Cyr used to have a story. She'd
Little
sit on the
vignettes.
couch and get dressed and
Beautifully
go out.
done.
That was the end of it.
Yes.
Rather than just say, Flash Gordon.
No, mine is either lady at the bus stop, putting on makeup.
Oh, good. You have a story. A little
Yeah, each one has
Is there
its
a
own
climax
theme.
to the act?
Hey.
Yes,
Finale?
usually all the men participate in the climax. It's like the Palais de Versailles by the end of the act, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of women that come into the club too? Is it mostly men?
I seem to attract couples because I always look like the girl next door. I mean, don't I look like little Bo Peep?
Not where I live. Like my neighbor. I'm from
You should see
Canada.
me with rollers, you know?
I'm from Canada. They don't call that moose country.
You're also a star in X-rated films, and you are the romantic leads in these films, right? How much penetration goes on?
Hey.
Hey.
I want to know, please, please.
Are you referring to the depth of character?
Yeah, I am. No, I'm referring to copulation.
A copulation? Well,
Bowling.
they go as... I don't know these big words. I mean, you know...
PP
Keep to...
contact.
Pee-pee in the mouth or...
In the mouth?
Yeah, how much does that go on?
Keep it to 4 letters, not 2.
Well, it must a lot of them. I've seen X-rated movies. Why am I asking that question?
Have
It
you?
is penetration, isn't it?
Seen them,
no
you've
kidding.
sold them.
It's
for
the
God's
same thing you
sake.
do under the covers at night.
Right.
Right?
Only have a camera.
Okay. And how much is...
Isn't it difficult to keep the rehearsals alone could kill you?
Oh, no. I mean, please. They barely rehearse for these kind of shows. So they're going to rehearse...
Oh, you've seen this one, I see.
I have a serious question. I mentioned before being a stuntman, but I hear there really are stunt people. Not so much stunt, but they do the close-up work. Like the main leads will do the long
Have
shots.
someone come in
and
with
then
an
bring in
erection,
somebody to do
you
the
mean?
close-ups.
Well,
Yeah.
that's,
You're
that's,
kidding. I
That's
didn't know
exactly
that.
what I was getting to, you see. I'm a virgin.
You've never
And,
done it. You've always
I've
had
never
somebody else
done-
do the
no, I've
close-ups.
never
She
done
just
it.
starts it out. You lie.
I get it right till the end, and we have the finest editing facilities in the world. You know, I mean, the budgets are incredible.
Called a slap.
So
Wow.
they know how to take it to let's say here, and they match up my hands with someone else, and of course if they can find knees like these, you know, they're rare. That's why I'm like a horse. I'm really a prize.
So am I.
Prize. Can you see me after the show?
How much of it...
We're having open casting calls.
How much is acting and how much is enjoyment?
Hopefully as much enjoyment as possible.
Right.
You know, when it runs into a 14-hour day, everyone's tired.
It's just like any other shoot,
you know,
right?
Some people can get it up anyway because...
Not your hand.
God,
Oh, I'm thinking the wrong way.
Aren't they excited?
Anybody can put with her hand
I mean,
up.
do you realize what talent we have next to it?
Hello. What percentage of the actual, the excitement, what do you call that?
Acting.
Climax.
Climax
Never
is
known.
real, and what percentage is fake?
Well, think back, Murray, when you were doing it.
I was with an atheist the other
Okay,
night.
I'll
Every
tell you
time she climaxed,
something.
she'd yell out, "Oh, my non-existent supreme being."
You can answer all the questions, too. Ask me them
But
and answer
seriously,
them.
what percentage would you say is real?
Well, in the films, the men do have to achieve orgasm.
They do?
That's what they get paid for. They do. It's just recently that they've abolished.
those that don't pay us enough.
that prerequisite, but it's always been harder on the men.
I black out a lot.
Because, is that why you're so poor?
Yeah.
Because they don't pay you unless you, unless they get what they
You
want.
mean you don't get paid unless you...
Well, me.
Show-
I mean, I'm
not
an
you.
actress.
Stop it.
I'm an actress. I say,
Imagine if you
listen, I
lived
have
this way, John.
achieved a climax. Can you see the beads of
No,
sweat?
men do not get paid unless they achieve climax.
Or jumps a buck. A buck or jump.
That's it, you know. It's just like a carnival, and it's hard on a guy.
It must be.
It's really a tremendous pressure.
Yes.
Now, what about women? Do they, on the average, would you say,
Do they climax?
achieve?
If they are lucky. I mean, that's like getting paid for the ultimate,
Yeah.
for having a really
So
good
it is a
time.
very small percentage. So that's
Yeah,
all fake
yeah.
crap we've been watching then.
No, but why do you think I won the award?
Ah, good actress. That's what I
No.
Samantha, what picture did you win the award? What picture was it you won the award?
It was one called Jack and Jill. The first year. The second
King
year I
Kong
won.
plays
I
Ding
won.
Dong with Ding Dong in Hong
And
Kong.
Bambi goes all the way. Bambi goes all the way for a buck.
No, I only do the.
13 ways of having sex with a McCullough chainsaw. Or how to buzz off.
No, I only do the.
Snow White infects the Ramada Inn. That's another one.
I refuse to do the ones like Swedish sorority girls, French kissing cousins. You know, I mean,
Right.
that's not my caliber. Can't you tell?
Well, you do the classy...
I do the classier
classy
ones,
X-rated
the ones
movies.
taken from nursery rhyme versions, like Jack and Jill.
As a matter of fact, weren't you
Little
arrested
Bo
on the
Peep.
set? Weren't you
I
arrested
was
on the
arrested on a set. Can you imagine?
Oh, all right, for what?
You're gonna be arrested tonight. I hate to tell you this.
What were you arrested for? Showing it?
Showing my pee-pee. No.
Well,
No, I was arrested. The charge I
can't
had
get
pressed
arrested
against
for
me,
showing my pee-pee.
well, the officer was pressing against me, was intent to produce and distribute pornographic material.
That was your
That
charge?
was my charge. I only had one, and I had the smallest bail amount, which was $5,000. And they arrested 17 people, so you can imagine what they've spent on bail money.
Well, Rip had one too, but the evidence
But
wouldn't
you know,
stand
you've
up
all
in
heard of
court.
John Hall. No, he was the makeup artist. They let him go. Oh, can I pick on you?
Yes,
You're so good-natured.
He's been charged with assault with a dead weapon too.
Don't encourage him.
So they arrested you, they took you to jail, they handcuffed you like
3
you were-
days.
You were in jail 3 days?
3 days. I thought I was going to be there forever. Really, I kept saying to the matron, "Can I have something good to eat? I don't like this."
It's such an award.
Can I have a guy? All right. Yes, a female.
Hey, that's good, okay.
But I'm bi, so it doesn't matter.
Are you bi?
I'll just go on talking again. Pat Cooper.
Wait, she's bi. We're getting into a good
She's
conversation
bi.
now.
I'm bi.
She likes the Dyke Van Dyke show. Let her talk.
The unknown comic, Treasure Ford, Linda Blair, Rip Taylor, and Samantha Fox. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Bye,
We'll see you
J.J.
next time.
producers of Talk of the Town wish to thank the beautiful Imperial Palace Hotel, Las Vegas, Nevada.